responded. Their statement is now out. This is what they are saying. They are saying we are aware that one of our pilots has reported a possible defect on the fuel switch control of the Boeing 787 aircraft. After receiving this initial information, we have grounded the said aircraft and are involving the OEM to get the pilot's concerns checked on a priority basis. The matter has been communicated to the aviation regulator, the DGCA as well. Air India has checked the fuel control switches on all Boeing 787 aircraft in its fleet after a directive from the DGCA, and we have found that there is no issue. Madhav, coming back to you, there clearly is an issue. And the issue has persisted since 2018 and it has still not been fixed.
Well, they may have done that particular check, but you know, there are multiple levels of checks as far as this particular mechanism is concerned. Remember, it's a spring-loaded mechanism. What is the maintenance required? And if there was an issue in 2018, why in 2026 are we still struggling with it? And more than the Air India, the aircraft operator itself, the question has to be answered by Boeing, because time and again, repeatedly, there are questions being asked about the quality and the standards of Boeing aircraft. Remember that in the Senate itself, there is a whistleblower report that has in fact been submitted a short while back, which talks about the electrical failures. Was there a potential electrical failure? Is a question that many experts have opined that could have led to the rat being deployed in this particular aircraft as well. The very fact that the ramjet air turbine had to be in fact deployed raises the issue of something going wrong potentially, and was that something that went wrong potentially in that particular aircraft responsible for these fuel switches moving position? We don't know. Now, these are also in the realm of speculation at this point of time, but there are certainly enough, evidence now in the public domain to raise questions about what really are the safety standards as far as these aircraft and these fuel switches are concerned. And of course, DGCA as well as FAA will have to look at it as regulators. Remember that it's not something that is unknown. Globally, when there are technical issues such as this which are reported, we have seen how aircraft have even been grounded, like in the case of the 737 MAX in the past, when the angle of attack sensor issue came up in that particular aircraft. So there are issues that certainly, and questions that certainly arise from this. Is this serious enough to cause some kind of an incident on board? We will perhaps have to leave that to the wisdom of our regulators, both in India and internationally, to take appropriate action and ensure that it is completely safety. That is the paramount concern as far as passengers are concerned.
There are issues with the plane, and yet you float theories that it was perhaps the pilot, possibly the pilot who did something deliberately. That's the theory that was floated, Madhav. We'll leave it there for the moment. Thank you very much for joining us. On that note, ladies and gentlemen, a quick break. There's more on the other side.